How's it going today there, YouTube? Well, I got another little historical video for you guys you might find interesting. Of course, pertaining to antique tractors, of course. And seen something online that I thought was kind of interesting. I thought maybe I'd kind of touch on and make a video out of it. And that is, what is a Goodison Oliver? Well, the short end of the story is a Goodison Oliver was a tractor sold by the John Goodison Thrashing Works. And how you can identify one of these, it'll either have a brass tag saying sold by John Goodison Thrashing Works, Sarnia, Ontario, or it'll be on I think on the Fleetline series, it was on the shift pattern plate, or there's a decal on the, still on the Fleetline series, there's a decal, usually on the belt pulley side that just said Goodison in the same kind of font, like how Oliver had the 77 and 88 decals. So a little history on the John Goodison Thrashing Works and how this all kind of came about. So just a brief history how the John Goodison Thrashing Works all got started and came about. The company was started in 1882 in Strathroy, Ontario by the Craig brothers. And John Goodison at the time was one of their agents. Now, Goodison at the time was a farmer in Caradoc. And eventually he sold his farm. And him and his two sons took over the Tunnel City Works at the time. And they built thrash machines, mowers, plows, reapers, and then that only lasted about 3 or 4 years, and then they just about went bankrupt, and then they had to start a new company, and then they got financed through the bank. So John Goodison Thrashing Works, or Goodison Thrashing Works, I can't remember which one. And then in 1896 they partnered with another fellow, I think his name was McCloskey or something like that, and that's how they came about with steam engines and thrash machines. And then that's all they really had for a number of years. But in 1920, they had a trade agreement with hart-parr. Because at the time, the Canadian Customs required that any tractor that was to be imported from America had to have some kind of Canadian assembly. Hence the brass tags at the time. And so this merger, partnership, trade agreement, it also lasted through when hart-parr became Oliver hart-parr. So that's when Nickel Shepherd, America Seating, Oliver Farm Equipment, and hart-parr all became Oliver hart-parr in 1929. So Oliver sent tractors to be sold by John Goodison in Sarnia, Ontario, to be distributed through Ontario. If it's all over Canada, no one knows. I think I said that earlier. So John Goodison was located in Sarnia, Ontario. Later they moved to Toronto, Ontario. Around 1947, they discontinued the production of thrashing machines because the combines were coming out, and this trade agreement lasted through the 1950s. Now, Oliver also built cockshunt tractors, and they did not need John Goodison to be able to sell tractors in Canada because, of course, cockshunt is a Canadian manufacturer. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that brief little history video there. There's a lot of details I could go into further details with at another time. Another interesting fact, though, Grandpa, he had a Oliver sold by Goodison. I do got a picture of it there at home in the book before he restored it. And you can see the Goodison decal on the belt pulley side on the shield underneath the gas tank. Let's see if I can find that picture for you guys. Maybe I'll stick it in the video here. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that little history video there. Something to watch on a Sunday morning anyway. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.